The Conbini boys, they're the Conbini boys, they're the Conbini boys.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, Matt, how's it going?
It's going well, Mike. It's the Olympics, of course. So I'm coming in live from Tokyo.
Hey.
The Olympic ceremony just behind me, sponsored by Family Mart. Didn't realize that. I guess everybody was bailing at the last second. Toyota, Mitsubishi. I guess Family Mart was able to sneak in at the last second. So very excited to see that at the Olympics this year.
Yeah. The Olympics have started here in Japan. Things are heating up. I have to say, on my side, got a little bit of bad news. Been having some nice, time off, but Matt, as you know, my cousin has been playing in the prefectural tournament, and
the baseball.
yes, today he's a starting pitcher for the team here in Toyama. And Matt, actually, today he didn't start. He came in around the fifth inning. They were leading 3-1 on the news, or on the commentator said the ace Shimano is coming in.
Wow.
And Matt, I'm sad to say he proceeded to get clobbered for about 8 runs over 4 innings. And Matt, our Koshien dreams are over this year.
God, he must be devastated.
Oh yeah, he was crying. There was a lot of close up of him crying. But he had a good run, and he's going to college to play baseball. So in the end, it's what can you say?
Well, on the plus side, he gets to keep his right arm. They doesn't need to throw 300 pitches over a 2-hour period, which is in the long run, it's probably he'll be better off.
Yeah, and but hey. His track is over, but the Olympics are heating up. And Matt, today I'm happy to say that the Olympics are happening here in Japan, and so we thought we should have a little bit of a Conbini Olympics well. And so today I think what we're gonna do in the spirit of the Olympics is we're gonna pick up a couple of semi-events or sort of situations where we're gonna throw a question at each other and ask us to rate our gold, silver, and bronze choices for what item would be appropriate in that situation. So Matt, let's get the game started. Do you want to start and maybe hit me with one to start us off here?
I'd love to, Mike. So the Conbini Games. All right, Mike. Here is your first event in the Conbini Games. Picture it.
Yep.
Your girlfriend has just broken up with you. Your heart is broken. It's 10 p.m. You've actually fallen to your knees sobbing in a Family Mart parking lot. What's your gold, silver, and bronze lineup out of the Conbini to recover from this devastating situation?
Yeah, Matt, this is, it's actually, I think I've heard this story somewhere before. This might be from your experience, and
I actually have a lineup for you if you want to reference it.
Well, I was going to say, when I've heard this story, I don't remember if you told me what you got at the Conbini or if you did get anything, but all right, Matt, so just broken up, fallen to your knees in the parking lot in front of a Family Mart.
Family Mart, that's correct, yeah.
Okay, Matt, so my bronze is I'm going to get some wet wipes to sort of like wipe my knees, to sort of wipe the blood off my knees from falling down.
That's a, nice
the
there.
more sort of practical there. All right, silver, I'm feeling sad. I want something sweet, Matt. So you know what I'm going to go in? I'm going to go in and I'm going to grab an ice cream. A jumbo monaka, and I'm going to get out there in front of the Conbini and eat it while crying. And Matt, my number one. My number one, and recently we've been sort of critical of this guy, but this is truly the situation where he shines. You're getting a tall boy, strong zero.
Absolutely.
And instead of crying, you're going to be just drinking that slowly losing memory of everything until you're, back on your feet and better than ever. So that's my bronze, silver, and gold.
That's a hell of a lineup there, Mike. I think you nailed that Olympic podium. Just to kind of do a quick analysis there, totally agree. That strong zero, that thing is like, the Men in Black flash device there. Just blink. Don't remember a damn thing that happened. And I like the wipes too. Indeed, you do scrape up your knees there. Hey, you don't need to look a mess from head to toe. Mm-hmm. Clean up a little bit. So I like it.
All right, Matt. Well, going on to your first event. All right, Matt. You're late to an appointment and on your bike. Ooh. You have to grab something for lunch that you can eat while riding.
Interesting, yeah.
What do you get?
All right, I'm late. I'm in a hurry. Mm-hmm. I'm on a bicycle. I'm thinking handheld. Mike, there's a hell of a lot of handheld Conbini items out there. Mm-hmm. Here's what I'm thinking. Mm-hmm. Bronze. I'm going umeboshi onigiri. Hey, Obviously, handheld, practical. Also light. If I'm pedaling fast, it's not gonna wear me down. Mm-hmm. Number 2. Gotta go. I'm gonna go Famichiki. I'm a little almost went Nikuma, but hey, I like it because again, handheld, bit of a juice bomb. There's a risk there. You might splash it on your clothes, especially if this is an important meeting. But you know what, Mike? The gold medal for me, no doubt about it. It's not food. It's a canned coffee. Okay, because if I'm late, I gotta scurry. And that canned coffee, you're just like injecting some power sauce right into your veins. It's like you're on a Lance Armstrong doping program once you get that stuff in you. I'm going to be pedaling like I'm in the Tour de France, riding high in the Alps. Again, light, not going to fill me up, which I like. Mm-hmm. So that's my podium there.
All right, Matt. So yeah, given some my analysis of your choices, onigiri or umeboshi onigiri, a classic. I like it because it's light. The Famichiki, I agree, it is doable because you're moving and that juice can sort of just float behind you. You don't have to worry about that so much.
I thought about that.
But yeah, I thought in this situation, the canned coffee, which is your number one item at the Conbini.
That's right.
Fits well, and with that can, maybe you're thinking what you're going to do with it, but hey, throw that in your pocket. That thing's small when you're done drinking it. You got no problem at all.
No problem.
Yeah, Matt, I think it sounds great, and nice choices for sure.
All right, Mike, on to your next Conbini game here. I am going to pivot to the Olympics, okay? So a little... Imagine you are actually in the Olympics, Mike, and you've achieved your Olympic dreams. You've just won a gold medal in fencing. Okay? And now it's the evening following your big victory in Tokyo. Mm-hmm. How do you celebrate?
Oh, wow. Oh, my God. All right. How do you celebrate?
Mm-hmm.
You've just won in fencing. So, okay. All right. So, I think you're probably going to go in. And because it is a happy event, you're probably going to go in there and grab a beer. And I'd say you're going to go in and grab the Ichiban Shibori.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because when you're celebrating, you got to grab the classic, and so that's what I go for my bronze. For the silver, I think that because you're celebrating, if you were saying that you wanted to recuperate, I'd say, hey, Pocari Sweat, number one, you go grab that. But you're celebrating. So I'd say you'd go in, you're going to buy a $100 Amazon gift card. Because, hey, you got the gold. And let's be honest, forget crypto. There's only one, like, true currency throughout the world. That's Amazon gift cards. You know, buy yourself something off Amazon. All right, and then number one, I'd say, this might come as a surprise, but I think this is quite a celebratory item right here. You get in there, you go for that American dog, because what says excellence? I'm assuming that you won as an American, because, you know, hey.
Damn right you did.
There's no better way to celebrate with that stick. You know, you grab that and just take a bite, and you sit back and think about the glory that you have achieved. So those would be my three for this event.
I totally agree. The American also, it is a bit of a, you know, as a fencer there, you could kind of battle with that American dog there. I like that.
Oh yeah.
A little, not sure how the Amazon gift card, if you're buying a $100 Amazon gift card to celebrate, I think you might be subject to a victim to some sort of I don't know, some sort of prostitution scandal or something.
Sham.
Sham. Yeah, you might want to put your Cash App away. Why don't you delete that, everybody? Beer, no doubt about it. You got the gold medal, Ichiban Shibori. I might go a little premium. Get a little Ebisu or something. Jack it up a little bit. You got the gold medal. But hey, I think you nailed it with the American dog there, gold medal. No doubt about it. I like the podium.
All right, Matt. So last one. This is my event for you. All right. You've been out late. And now it's come to the morning and you're headed to work. And today you have an all-day extremely boring meeting. What do you grab to get you through that day?
All right, Mike. Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow. Everybody's experienced this. You gotta have a game plan. I gotta say, it's morning, so it's breakfast. I gotta fuel up. I think I'd like to get some calories in me, so I'm gonna go with the steamed bread. That's my go-to for the bronze. A little, little sweet steamed bread. Get something in you. Two, I might surprise you. I'm going back to the canned coffee. I don't care who's gonna dump on me on Twitter or whatever. I'm going back to the canned coffee, the Beto. Hey, you got to be wide awake for this thing. That's right. Silver medal canned coffee. All right, why is it not gold? Well, all day meeting, hungover. I'm going to the glass bottle, Mike. I'm grabbing something maybe on the higher end, maybe like 1,200, 1,700 yen per ounce style glass bottle that's going to keep me from blinking for the next 36 to 42 hours. Okay? Yeah, my brain may be shut off, but my eyes are peeled wide back open. That's, I just need to look alive in there. I don't need to actually do anything. So, yeah, probably like a high-end little glass trinket on a specialty shelf there. Yeah.
Perfect. So as for the steamed bread, it's a good call. You wanna get some fuel in there. The canned coffee, was a no-brainer. The Beto, that's your go-to. And for the gold, I actually thought maybe you're gonna say Ukon no Chikara, but I was actually hoping that you were going to say not just the Ukon no Chikara. We're talking about, you got to step it up to the big boy, the mystery glass bottle that provides you pretty much all health benefits that any medicine or anything could.
Ideally with a kanji character nobody's ever seen before on it.
Yeah. Yep. Nope. It's Chinese. It's not even like Japanese kanji. This is like pure ginseng extract with like other herbs you've never heard of. Yeah, perfect call. And yeah, that's when people often ask like, when do I actually buy this strange concoction? That's when you do it. When you got that meeting, you're a little bit hungover. So hey man, perfect call. And yeah, I like your choices.
All right, Mike, that wraps up the Conbini Games. We may come back to the Olympics next.
Yeah.
Hey, 2 weeks of celebrating, everybody. So fantastic to be participating in the Olympics vis-a-vis the Conbini here. So, all right, Mike, we got a lot more to cover. As usual,
Yes, we do.
we got to move on to the Chiki Wars, Mike. And last week, the Chiki Wars were hot, hot, hot. This week, they continue to be hot. We got a couple new Chikis out here. And Seiko Mart, Mike, back into the Chiki Wars 2 weeks in a row. They have some hot chili nuggets here, Mike. These are chicken nuggets, 5-piece set. And it says it all there. It's hot chili sauce flavor. What's your take on the hot chili chicken nuggets out of the Hot Chef series at Seiko Mart?
Yeah, man. I love a chicken nugget, and I like them, sweet and hot. This is something that just looks great to me. I like the color. It's got that nice orange, spicy, color to
Absolutely.
it. Unsure what that is, but looks damn good. I gotta be honest, I don't see how you can go wrong with this. Like, this is as basic as it gets. This is a sacrifice bunt here. This is just straight shooting, Chiki game right there. Oh, wait a second. And as you've highlighted, it does include nankotsu, which we love, which is cartilage. Now that changes things even more. I like it even more. Yeah, Matt, if I was around the Seiko Mart, I'd be grabbing these, no doubt.
These look outstanding, Mike. Again, the orange color here, almost fluorescent. You could advertise a liquor store with these chicken nuggets. Those things are glowing. The sauce even looks a little viscous there. It's sticky. You can see it just sort of slathered on there. Nankotsu, we like it. It's a bit of a booby trap for those who don't know, because if you're walking in buying chicken nuggets and then you get a little crispy piece in there, you might freak out. So beware, everybody. For those who don't know nankotsu, it's cartilage. You can eat it. It's crunchy. It's good. Not a lot of flavor, but yeah, if you're thinking you're gonna bite into a soft chicken nugget, yeah, you might step on a landmine in there. So
Yeah.
no problem though. It's gonna be good. Just keep drilling away at those things. All right, Mike. We got to move on to Lawson here, because Lawson.
Yes, we do.
Lawson, Mike. They're out with Karaage-kun. Gosh, known flavor what? 225? Who knows? This, Mike.
Yes.
We're talking about a grain mustard and ketchup flavored 2-layer Karaage-kun. Again, this is their new injection technology where they are squirting in this case, a combination of grain mustard and ketchup into the Karaage-kun chicken nugget. And Mike, this is also a black box here.
Yes, it is. Matt, I'm of two minds on this item right here, so I'm going to give you the negative first. And this is...
interesting.
Yes, I was excited, as we know, about this new technology. My first impression is, if you're going to be using this new technology, can't you do something a little bit more exciting than pretty much ketchup and mustard? That's pretty much as basic as it gets for condiments for chicken. But on the other hand, it's ketchup and mustard, and it's not just regular mustard, it's grain mustard, as you said. And, I can't see how this would go wrong. I do feel sort of strange about this being in the premium black box, being just ketchup and mustard, but at the same time, it is ketchup and mustard. So, like I said, I'm of two minds of this. I'm gonna get it. Yeah, I mean, in general, I'm sure it's gonna be pretty good.
Yeah, I get the point. Wow, what's the big deal? Ketchup and mustard. It's worth recalling though that they led off with a yuzu kosho injection, karaage-kun, and then they're on to actually metaphors already with the Final Fantasy 14 light and dark pepper tartar sauce karaage-kun. And so to dial it back with something simple, like I'm going to give them a break on that one, because I do think they've been doing some great things with the previous versions.
Yeah.
You got me thinking though, Mike. Now I'm starting to think my mouth is actually watering. I wouldn't mind seeing like an A1 sauce injected.
Oh yes, yes.
Or some Frank's hot sauce in there.
Oh.
Maybe some like Bubby's barbecue sauce in there.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the options are endless. I also, this could be, it is Lawson. They declared it the summer of the goo dog last week, and ketchup and mustard were all over those goo dogs. So this could also be a bit of a, I don't know, tie up, or maybe they're just trying to get rid of some of the extra ketchup and mustard they have lying around because of the summer of the goo dog. So yeah, that could also be related to this.
True. Fair enough.
All right, that wraps up the Chiki Wars this week, Mike. Just 2 items out. I think it's time to move on to the new item scoreboard.
That's right, Matt. Okay, we're heading on to the scoreboard, and got some numbers for you here, Matt. Family Mart 44, Lawson 34, 7-Eleven 85, Mini Stop 24, Daily Yamazaki 6, Seiko Mart 8, New Day 16. What do you think?
Well, 7-Eleven back in the 80s, 2 weeks in a row here. Gotta say, very surprised by that. I don't know, maybe they're caught up doing some catering for the Olympics. I don't know what. I figured the new items would be exploding as a result of the Olympics. There are not even Olympic themed items.
Yeah.
At the Conbini. I mean, we're gonna spend time coming up with Final Fantasy metaphor chicken nuggets, but we can't come out with an Olympic themed onigiri or something. What's going on here? It seems like a missed opportunity, Mike.
Yeah. No, I hear you. We'll see. Maybe they're just waiting for one more week to really let them loose. You think it would be at the start, but I agree. All right, Matt. Well, we're gonna head into our winners and losers, and so to start this week, we're gonna check out your loser. So tell our listeners what we're looking at. Oh boy.
Yeah, Mike, it's been a while since we featured a dirty diaper on the podcast, but this is one of the dirtiest diapers I've ever seen. This is the hot chili chicken dorilla. Dorilla just means a hot mess on top of a pile of rice here. This is out of 7-Eleven, so name says it all. We're looks to be sort of a spicy, very cheesy. In fact, looks like there are 2 layers of cheese on this thing, and then a pile of chicken on top of that, Mike. I gotta say, couldn't help but think about the poor Olympic athlete who may stumble upon and choose to eat this before the big event. You got a diver up there. He's 30 feet up in the air on a diving board about to try to pull off some triple axel whatever, and his belly is rumbling like a magnitude 9 earthquake. He's up there in his skivvies, and he's just trying to keep that tsunami of poop at bay. He jumps as he torques his abs. The twist triggers an explosion of diarrhea. It sprays hundreds of yards, Mike. By the time he hits the pool, it looks like he's splashing into a bowl of go-go curry. You gotta watch out there, all the athletes. Stay away from the diarrhea. Keep it light. Keep it simple. Stay away from the dirty diapers.
All right, Matt. Wow. So at first I thought, well, this is a dirty diaper, but this actually does look pretty good. So in terms of taste, I don't doubt that this is good, but you're exactly right. We got a lot of new visitors to Japan right now, and those are people we got to think about. And you're exactly right. Yeah, any athlete who picks up one of these dirty diapers before competing, it could be really tragic. And like you illustrated so well, it could be embarrassing as well. Matt, great call, and I totally see where you're coming from with this one. All right, Matt, so going on to my loser, I think this is going to be a little bit controversial, but...
Ooh, loser. Interesting.
Yeah, loser, Matt. So this is the ham katsu roll mustard iti. So this is a ham katsu. So ham is, it's like the ham katsu is a deep fried ham cutlet. It's on a hot dog roll, and it has mustard apparently, which is... It looks like mustard or sort of like mustard related sauce in there. And at first you're probably thinking like, this looks pretty good. And I will admit it does look pretty good. The only problem is, Matt, and this is something that we've come back to a couple times before, is it's important to make an item that you can eat without just like, completely covering yourself with the filling of what you're eating. And I just thought that, the cutlet looks great. I don't really understand why it needs to be in this roll, and I don't really think that it fits into this roll. As you can see, This is a hot dog roll, but these are more sort of like riding on top. So I would imagine to eat this properly, you would have to get like a full hand sort of around the cutlet and the roll as well. You bite in, a bunch of that mustard-related sauce shoots out the back. You probably lose a cutlet on the way. And, you probably only get one real good bite. And so, Matt, while this does look delicious, I do have to give it my loser of the week.
I was very surprised to see this come up on screen, Mike, because, like you said, it does look really good. Those ham cutlets look outstanding, but I think you broke it down really nicely. Indeed, this is going to be a sloppy mess. Yeah. Japan, the Conbini, I don't know why they have this endless quest to see what can fit and go in a hot dog roll. Yeah, we got yakisoba. We got all kinds of stuff just getting put into hot dog rolls, and it's not necessary. They got 3 ham cutlets in this thing. That's a lot of ham cutlet. Yeah. Maybe if you pull one out, eat it plain. Yeah. You got 2 ham cutlets, that could be more manageable. Right. But then you're just eating a ham cutlet like it's coming out of the hot box. So, yeah, I guess I get your... Also, that's worth pointing out, I guess. These ham cutlets would not be coming out of the hot box. They'd be sitting on the shelf, which is a little bit strange there. Right. So, yeah, I like the breakdown, Mike. I understand why it's your loser this week.
Okay. All right, Matt. Well, going on to your winner this week. Yeah. Let's see what we're looking at. Oh, buddy.
Yeah, Mike. This is out of Lawson. This is the Miso Katsu Don, Mike. And what we're looking at here is tonkatsu. That is fried pork cutlets sitting on some rice, shredded cabbage, and the most luscious looking miso tade sauce I have ever seen. This thing looks like it's a Victorian era curtain that's been folded onto tonkatsu here. I mean, it is just a glistening... I want to walk down this carpet here. This thing looks like it's just absolutely deluxe. It looks like the best demi-glaze sauce I've ever seen, but it's miso in this case, which I also a bit of a curveball there, and I like that. Gosh, Mike, this just looks like one of the best lunch items I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, Matt, this is amazing, and that 500 yen, right on the dime. I like that as well. Well, Matt, let me just jump to my winner of the week because, hey, the stars have aligned, and we are seeing eye to eye here, Matt. My winner for this week includes your item, but it really goes to this whole range of items that Lawson has released this week. These are the Gotochi series, and gotochi means like regional, and so each region of Japan, of which there are 8, has its own sort of bowl here. And they're all in a sort of paper bowl, and they're all about 500 yen, except for the kushikatsu.
Awesome.
Yeah. So, like Matt just said, you have from Nagoya, you've got the Miso Katsu don, which just looks out amazing. The one that actually struck me was this katsu meishi, which looks very, in the same vein as yours. But this one is actually beef cutlets.
Oh, that's
Similarly,
beef. Oh,
yeah, that's beef cutlets with a slightly different sauce, but it also has that nice bed of shredded cabbage and then the rice as well. I think all of these, for the most part, are something on top of rice. And for the new visitor to Japan, we were talking about that dirty diaper that you don't want to get. Now, this is something that you could go for a nice little lunch, which won't be too dangerous, and will fill you up really well, Matt. And I think if I was, gonna choose a winner, it'd probably be yours or the katsu meishi that I was talking about. But I think all these look great, and really just a great little series out of Lawson this week.
Also, while you're in Japan, nice little way to travel Japan. If you only got 2 weeks there, you just pop into a Lawson and you can hit up 6-7 distinct regions of Japan for less than $30. Grab a couple beers, sit butt naked with your gold medal and just chow down there. That's this whole series. I didn't catch that it was the gotochis. This very, very good here. I like it. Everything looks outstanding.
Yeah. All right, Matt. Yeah.
It's that wraps up our winners and losers for this week, Mike, and now it's time to head to Gemba. Gemba, of course, the place where the action happens. Mike, you're in Japan where all the action is happening. What do you got to review for us this week?
All right, Matt. Well, last week I think it was. Or was it? Or was it the week before? I don't remember. But what I've got this week, Matt, is a cheese or a chiki that we reviewed recently. And Matt, I'm talking about the Cheese-in Curry Famichiki out of Family Mart. This is a Famichiki. And we've seen the Cheese-in Famichiki. But Matt, when we saw this was a new twist that we hadn't seen before. This is the Cheese-in Famichiki with curry as well. And when we initially looked at it, we were both a little worried. As our viewers can see, it's unclear exactly where the curry comes into this.
That's right.
There's no sort of liquid curry to be seen. So Matt, I went out and had to have it just to see what was going on. And I will say, we were right. This does not include a sauce like curry. This is more, as we had described, a wiping of curry. So what you have is you have the outside, you have the breaded outside layer of the chiki, you've got the cheese, you've got the chicken, and it's just around the chicken part that had that little sort of like crust of curry. And Matt, I think you can tell from my tone, I didn't think it was great. It was okay because it is a Famichiki, it's not hard to get that wrong. But unfortunately, I'm going to have to just go out and be a little harsh this week and say I gave this a 2. I was not very happy with this. So I'm happy to say that I think that we both sort of saw it for what it was.
Yeah, that is disappointing, Mike, especially because I learned this morning that like Lawson has declared it the summer of Goo Dog. Family Mart has declared it the summer of curry. They're holding the curry festival right now. This is one of 32 curry-inspired items here. And no doubt this is a showcase item because it is the Famichiki. Wow, a wiping, Mike. I thought it would be more of a dusting with maybe some curry powder in the breading. Right. To learn now that it is a wiping is, in fact, very disappointing. In that case, not so surprised by those 2 stars.
Yep.
All right, Mike.
Well, I think... Okay.
Wrap it up.
Okay, I'll wrap it up. All right, Matt. Well, that finishes us up for today. So as always, we'd like to say thanks to everyone who bought us a Chiki. A big, huge thank you and shout out to Carrie G. St. Michelle, who bought us 20 Chikis. Thank you. Also to Crew of Japan, Jeff Bailey, and Anonymous, who also bought us a Chiki. If you want to support the podcast, you can visit buymeacoffee.com/Conbini Boys, and you can buy us a Chiki there. So yeah, to all of our podcast listeners, anybody listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, whatever you're listening, thank you so much for listening. Be sure to share and leave a rating, hopefully a 5-star rating if possible. To our YouTube viewers, if you're watching, subscribe and like. We recently tried to add Japanese subtitles. They're auto-generated and completely crazy. So I apologize for that, but I think you'll also enjoy it as well. We're on Twitter, we're on Facebook and Instagram. We're especially active on Twitter, so check us out there. If you have a Conbini memory or anything you'd like to say about the Conbini, visit www.anchor.fm/Conbini Boys, and you could leave a message there. We'd really appreciate to hear from you. All right, Matt. Well, as always, it's been a blast talking about the Conbini. I'll see you next week. But for now, I'll see you at the Conbini.
I'll see you at the Conbini, Mike.
The Conbini Boys, they're the Conbini